Welcome back to That Range Life, a show sometimes about golf and sometimes about Father's Day, like today's show. Episode 72, we're talking Father's Day, but Yenny, I'm gonna skip the subscribe, like, bell, all that. Hey, do that, by the way. I'm gonna skip that talk right now because pretty big thing happened. And it's funny because I saw on the social medias all the people I posted up. I said, hey, I'm checking the channel. We're at 497 whatever subscribers. Chris, we're almost there. So I tweet out the screenshot that I sent you at the circle, and catches on. I think you guys all start sharing it. You guys, as in you and Adam Unfiltered, share it. But I was like, hey, we got this kicked out first. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, it's at $4.99. And I think I sent you that picture. And I told my wife that. I'm like, we're doing the 500 contest. We're at $4.99. She goes, oh, you guys are trying to get to 500? Hang on. Pulls out her phone. She's like, 500.
That's awesome.
Thanks, wife. So all these people who were like the Adams and all of these loyal Golf Unfiltered and Chris McEwen followers, like, sorry, I already took care of it.
That was fun. I was playing golf when it was happening, and I kept seeing like notifications on Twitter where it was like I would check the phone and it'd be like 11 notifications, and then I would check it again and there were 25 notifications. I was like, what is happening? Well, the Twitter folks were rallying for us.
Oh, for Twitter notifications. I was going to say, because we didn't get 25. There's a lot of talk about people following and subscribing and stuff, and all the retweets and whatever. This is math I'm doing, counting on my fingers. It didn't add up for how many subscribers we actually got. All right, everybody.
Well, it didn't. It probably did now because I think we're at like 510 or something.
It was 5:07 this afternoon. All I'm saying is, I think we got about 10 people, which great. Thank you, all of you, for sure.
For sure.
But there was at least like 30 people who were like, done. I'm following. I'm subscribing.
Okay. Like, right. That's fine.
Oh, and you think we won't figure it out? You're right. We won't. Anyway,
anyways, we've hit 500. We did it, man. We did it. Cheers. Thank you, everybody.
Big contest is live now. It's live. It's for real. Here's the one thing, though. I realized after this, Chris is like, oh, this meaningless number, but it's exciting. And I'm like, well, 500 is not a nothing number. And hey, I'm going to take some credit for this since I came on board. We have worked hard to get your YouTube channel here.
It's true.
But it's true.
You've been a big part of it, a huge part of it.
Here's why I'm saying this way. I'm going to I get the right to add this black cloud. Think of how hard we worked over this last year. All right. And the whole life of your YouTube channel. All right. We just got double that now.
Right.
So all this hard
that's
work.
a good little lead-in / teaser. Maybe, we need to start working on our 1,000 subscriber giveaway because we've teased it a couple times in very generic terms, but I think it could be easier considering what the prizes could be or will be for 1,000.
You guys keep following at a rapid pace. There's going to be a lot more incentive for the people who want to who've been offering to participate. We're giving some good stuff away for that 1,000. Just saying. Right.
So we know that people watch these shows like in the past, like they occur, like people watch them later. So if you're watching this and you're new and you're like, oh, I missed out on 500, subscribe. Because the 1,000 will blow this giveaway out of the water.
And look, once we start getting followers like crazy and this thing grows past that 1,000 mark, because that's a little bit of internet mediaing, because we're world-class internet media people.
If we're nothing but if not transparent.
Right.
We will tell you exactly what's going on. I haven't even talked about my lighting setup at the moment.
We're going to get to it. I have a lot of questions. Yeah. Once we cross that 1,000, shit's gonna get real. All right, I'm just telling everybody. So you get in, you subscribe now, get in for that 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Do it. because they're going to be great. And then from that point on, God knows what else will come up in the giveaways, but it's going to be big, especially if we're showing that good, strong, rapid growth. People are going to want to give stuff away through us. Think of that.
I mean, people already want to give stuff away through us, and like, we're not even there yet. So
we're not always sure why, but we gratefully accept and appreciate.
I can only assume it's our affability.
That is a good word to describe the two of us.
It's
we're transparent and we're affable. All right. So 500 contests. You're getting the clock, the golf ball clock. You're getting $50 to spend at secondcitygolf.com.
That's right.
You are getting a ShotScope Pro. I had to look over here to make sure I didn't say Pro V1, the golf ball. Nope. A ShotScope Pro L1 rangefinder. You get one of them.
Yep.
You're getting a Callaway Maverick Sub-Zero driver. Yes, it has a 60-gram extra stiff shaft in it. Brand new one. Use the whole thing. But good news. That's not the right setup for you. Club Champion is throwing in a free Premier driver fitting, not a free driver, that can either A, tell you what shaft you should put in the Maverick, or B, this whole thing's a bad idea. Go trade it in somewhere. Go sell it. Do whatever you want with it.
Right.
You need something else. Okay.
Right.
So that's what you're gonna get. Now, Chris.
Yes.
It's our Father's Day episode. And we're being smart about the Father's Day episode, doing it 2 weeks in advance. Because this comes, a week and a half-ish, comes out on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a little time before Father's Day to hear our words of wisdom and think of the smart thing to do. Anyway, 500 contest is now live.
That's right.
How do you enter? How do you win?
I want to know in the comments what the viewer, favorite Father's Day memory was or gift that you gave or received. It could be anything. It could be non-golf. It could be golf, whatever. Tell us a good, nice, feel-good story, because I love those, about a Father's Day gift or memory. And you will be entered to win all the things that we just discussed.
So this is it. This is the video for the contest. Down here, subscribe. You already did that. Sorry, it's a habit. Hey, like the video while you're here, please. And then comment.
Just to be sure, though, just to your point, you do need to be subscribed to this channel and comment on the Father's Day memory
in this video.
In this video.
Not on our Twitter, not on driveyourrangeheroes.com. I mean, don't get me wrong, we welcome the interaction, but that is where the comment has to be, down here in the comments. Not on Instagram.
Right.
Here, YouTube.
Right here.
And that's your entry. So if you don't comment here, you can't win any of this stuff. And tell your friends. Remember, the 1,000 subscriber contest, they want to be here for it. Okay?
It's true.
I don't want to know yours because I know what yours is. We've talked about it, and I'm going to save it for discussion later.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, if I could enter this contest, what I think I would say.
Okay.
I feel a little guilty. It doesn't involve my own children, but they're little, they're small. Basically like every weekend with them's a blast. So,
right.
But a good one we had, and it really just worked out by timing and coincidence. 2011, on Father's Day, I was playing Pinehurst #2 with my dad and my brother-in-law.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It was a good one. Same trip.
That's a good one.
Same, quote unquote Father's Day trip. It wasn't a Father's Day trip, but went on the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky. That was fun. And so played Pinehurst on Father's Day, Pinehurst 2. And then we played Harbortown on Hilton Head Island after that. It was great. It's great. Father's Day. It's good Father's Day. Can't complain with that one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into Father's Day, some Father's Day gifts. We teased this last episode and we said, you know what, we're going to pick some stuff. And I know we said we were going to pick, I think we said we are going to pick one golf thing, one regular thing. But if you know us, I think I even said something like, we're obviously not going to stick to that number. We'll see what happens. So, Chris, let's start with you, man. What did you pick to tell our beloved watchers, listeners, subscribers, whatever?
Yeah.
What are your tips and suggestions for some good Father's Day gifts this year?
Okay. Let's start with the golfy ones first.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we both, I know I've been using it for years and years and years. It's a very, very popular review that I did. The Big Mac's push cart is a great one. If dad enjoys walking a golf course, and like for me, the Blade IP folds into nothing. It can live in my apartment or it can live in my tiny little Prius vehicle without taking a bunch of space. So I highly recommend that one. And you can watch that review if you want to watch it. Go check it out. That's a good one.
I used to keep my Blade IP, which my brother-in-law has now, between my workbench and my toolbox.
Yeah.
In this narrow of a space.
Yeah. So right here, where the guitar case is, and the other vintage set of golf clubs is where that IP used to live. That's how wide that thing. It's a guitar case wide. It would sit right in between the wall and the couch. That was when I didn't have a car. Now I have a car and I can put it in there. But yeah, that's a great one. I really enjoy it. And I've had it for forever now, and it's still in great shape. Works wonderfully.
Yeah, it's a good card.
So that was that one. I also just got this guy, and there was just a brand new What's in the Box that came out. This is a limited edition Arcos Caddy Link. And so I know, I was just editing a video that probably is out as of this video dropping with your new Cobra putter that has a nub built into the grip, right? So maybe dad or you out there have Cobra clubs with the Arcos Caddy or Arcos links in them. You can get this. I know
if you have probably been using Cobra Connect powered by Arcos.
Powered by Arcos, right. So you have been probably, if you don't have one of these, been using your phone, and there's some issues with using the phone. And so this thing will make it a lot easier to use. I know some people have complained about connectivity with the phone. Some people have complained that you can't do anything else with your phone while you're using the Arcos Connect. This solves that issue. You can also buy it as a bundle. So if you want the Arcos nubs, you can get that along with this. Review coming on this guy. But I've heard really great things, including statistic gathering and stuff like that, which is really cool.
Cough,
of course,
after you do that review, if you want to post that on driverangeheroes.com too, feel free. Cough.
Done.
See what we did there?
Done. That's production meeting.
And that is why we're world class internet media people.
And why, the golf world really just loves us for no reason. You can also, this is a good one.
It is.
Just pump our own stuff right here real quick. My little brother's making these. I have one right here that is in the box still for a friend who got it personalized. So you can get it personalized with any kind of logo here. So if someone belongs to a country club and they want that logo, or it's a sports team or whatever, you can let me know and we can get it put on the clock.
Another good one, just because you're talking about stuff from the store, pumping our own stuff. Why not get that at coffee? I mean,
also a good one.
Here's the problem. You might have to give him at this point some IOUs, or it's on its way kind of a thing. I also realized I did this through our store.
Oh, yeah.
And I did it a little too late. And I forgot to order one of the things. So someone's going to get hey, I meant to order this for you. And it didn't get here on time because I forgot.
Well, here's the thing. So the clock, though, is outside of that store technically, so we can get it to you pretty quickly.
That is a good point. We definitely can get it to you very quick.
And then finally,
real quick,
I'm
excited about this one. And yes, we have notes that we share because we're a professional outlet.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this one, and I'll tell you why after. Go ahead.
Okay. The non-golf, and it's kind of Chicago based, but you may be able to find something like it. I even brought it into the studio with me. This is called the Violet Hour Old Fashioned Mix. Now, Violet Hour is a local establishment here in Chicago. They started doing this during the pandemic when we couldn't go there and get their drinks. It's a very kind of, high end drink. It's like they have mixologists. They don't have bartenders.
I would say it is a craft cocktail house.
That's right. You get those drinks that kind of, they got the dry ice or whatever. Anyways, they started making these. This is batch number 1. That's what it's called, an old fashioned mix by Violet Hour. If your dad or grandpa or you or whomever is into bourbon and into old fashions, I cannot tell you how much I love this stuff. I have 3 of these bottles right now so the local place here, Binny's, they can't keep them on the shelf. But I found a place, the little secret location that they have almost a backlog of these.
I thought you were going to be like, called the Jewels.
No, I wish the Jewels had, but like, this is a good one. It's like $16, man. And you just pour a spoonful into a glass, back it up with some bourbon. You're good to go. This stuff, man, fantastic.
Another production meeting. Can you bring me a bottle of that next time we golf? And I
got you, man.
I will Venmo you accordingly. Thanks.
I got you.
I'm excited about that one. This is like my new. I didn't need it all during quarantine by any means, but for whatever reason, I've been stumbling upon a lot of the various cocktail mixes lately. My mom got this one. She went to a farmer's market or something in somewhere like around Holland, Michigan a few weeks ago. Brought it home. She's like, yeah, you just mix it with some bourbon. It's like ginger or something. And like bourbon and ginger's a drink, right? But I tried it and oh my God, it was unreal. And so she's like, I'm going to order another bottle of it. And it was one of those things, like, it was so good. I wanted to have a second one when I was there, but it was only like this much left. And I go, I know it's my mother. She loves me. She's the best. And she'd be like, oh no, you have it. It's fine.
Right.
I just can't do it, Zima. I just can't do it. But she's like, oh, I got another bottle of that stuff. And then instead of being like, oh, good, I can have some now over here, I was like, why don't you order 2 bottles and give me one, Mom? You knew I loved it. Right. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really into, well, especially with bourbons right now and the various drinkses. So drinkses, I'm not going to edit it. We're leaving it. But yeah, I'm glad I know somebody who's got a hookup. I'm excited.
I got a source. It's true.
Well, those are pretty good gifts, Chris. Pretty good. I think they're good suggestions. And I think your point of, yeah, fine, you can't get your hands on the Violet Hour Old Fashioned mix because you live in Poughkeepsie, wherever that is. Fine. I pulled out Biloxi to someone I worked with today. I was like, don't go to Biloxi, like go to San Diego. And they're like, where's Biloxi? I'm like, Mississippi. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But big casino town. I've been there.
Just came out of my head. I was pretty pleased with it. All right, here's what I'm suggesting. And I thought about this. If someone just showed up right now and be like, let's face it, most of us here watching this, if we need something, we get something, right? Fair. And so usually I'm just like, hey, it's whatever gets the kids excited, good enough. But I was like, what would be some like basic, easy, you want to get a golf gift? Here's a golf gift. First thing, Kent wool socks. We've talked about them on the show all the time, but I feel like can never have enough of them. You go through them, whatever. Give me a pair of those. It's $20 I save. I don't have to spend, right? And I love them. I use them. And I mean, I use them every time I golf, and I wore them every day when I got dressed every day to go into work, unlike I do. I mean,
right. The days when you used to wear socks.
I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, I don't ever want to get dressed again. Like that's so if future employment, whatever, like, do I have to get dressed? Not interested. Can't pay me enough.
Right.
So Kent wool socks. Then my favorites. I wear them all the time. I depend on it. True Linkswear shoes. True Linkswear shoes. Whether it's for on the golf course, off the golf course. I just recorded a Big Time Golf Guys episode last week with Adam Unfiltered about the origins of True Linkswear, why I love them so much. They have some great stuff coming out. It doesn't help you more. You could get a gift card, I guess. Some great stuff coming out this year that I know a little bit about, and it's pretty sick. They just came out with 2 new colorways of their True Knit 2 shoe.
Yeah.
I got the pure black ones. They're awesome. But I've given my dad True Linkswear shoes. I've suggested them as gifts for others, and they have gone nuts about them. So I'm putting that on the list. True Linkswear golf shoes.
Good one.
Next, I almost want to say the serious momentum and rumblings of this for me started after you went here. I'm suggesting the Bridgestone E12 golf ball. the E12 Contact specifically, not E12
Yeah.
Soft or any older models. The current one, the E12 Contact, and here's why. I think unless you really know your dad, or you are dad getting this present, unless you really know that person and they're like, I know, hey, he plays this ball, I'm gonna get it for him.
Right.
The worst thing you can do is buy a golfer golf balls. Unless, yes, there are the golfers like, I really don't care what it's a golf ball, I'll hit it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But golf nerds, we're very particular about this stuff typically.
It's true.
But there's something about, and I'm still writing the review, and this is why it's fresh in my mind. There's something about that golf ball that is wildly versatile, and it's only $30 for a dozen, as opposed to 55, 60, whatever all the top balls are these days.
Yep.
But I think if let's just say you swing the driver 110 miles an hour, you like it, and it's great for you. It feels good. My buddy Mark swings a driver roughly 90 to 95 miles an hour. He's really getting after it. Loves the feel of it. Feels powerful. Doesn't feel too soft, like a marshmallow ever. And then I think, well, I swing it a lot faster than both of you. And you know what? Feels great. Still goes. Isn't a marshmallow. I'm like, that's really odd for a single golf ball. I can think of maybe one other in the market that has a reputation for being able to do that. But this one's $30. It's new. It's legit. I've seen the performance on it. I'm giving away my review that's coming out in the coming weeks. But I think hey, you want to get that a golf ball, you don't know what kind to get him. Give him that one. Tell him you heard about it on that Range Life show, sometimes about golf, and this is why they said it's good.
Right.
And if he doesn't like him, send him to us. We'll use them.
Right.
But
and I think I'm pretty sure on the website at bridgestonegolf.com, you can get them personalized for free.
Happy Father's Day from Bill and Chris, 2021.
That's right.
TRL. That's right. All right.
That's right. That's a great recommendation, by the way. I love that. I'm very, very, very pleased with that golf ball this year.
I gave a lot of them to my buddy Mark, and I kind of regret it, not gonna lie. But the good news is Bridgestone's taking pretty good care of me this year, so I have some Bridgestones left, and nice. I have all the other junk that I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play golf. So a good thing I have a million golf balls every year. And
right.
All right, and my non-golf present that I recommend that I want, and I'm
great recommendation.
I think if people don't appreciate this, or their dads don't, I don't care how old your dad is, this is a good present. And you know what? Change things up a bit. A lava lamp.
100%. I'm going to ask for one. You've inspired me. I've got the record player over here. I mean, like, the guitars, the whole thing. Like, come on.
I have golf ball lights. Yeah. I have whale lights. I have the live on air lights. I have the LED lights that I can't find the remote to. I lost it somewhere, so they're not on tonight. Sorry. I can move the I'm not going to do it because of how complicated the setup is, but I could get a lava lamp right here for some ambiance. I'll have that on even not during the show.
All the time.
And
have you ever had, you've had a lava lamp?
I'm a big, like, when I was a kid, Christmas time, like I want the Christmas lights on in my room. I don't want it dark, and not like scared of not scared of the dark thing. The dark's the best. There's something like, I don't want to say trippy, that's too on the nose with a lava lamp, but there's just something about like cool lights. I mean,
I've always found the lava lamp. I had one for years and years and years and years and years. It finally broke. I never replaced it. But like when I moved into my first dorm room at like 18, I was like, I got to get a lava lamp. But I've always found it just very soothing, like just watching kind of the
worst.
flow.
And then they're so good when they're brand new, and then when they get old and they like basically don't flow anymore, it's just like a bubble to the top. Right. Eventually, like another bubble goes to the top, and you don't get the like worm kind of thing anymore. Yeah. So I had one. I always had one as a kid, and then when I was going off to college, I didn't bring it with me, whatever, dorms. Okay. And then when we got our first apartment, I'm looking at our like little living room thing and go, and I had these like built-in cabinets and bookcase thing. And I was like, put lava lamps here. So when my parents took me to the obligatory drop you off at school, run to Walmart to get things you need for your place kind of a deal.
Yeah.
I was like, I need this lava lamp. I got my lava lamp from home, and my buddy Jason, who I was rooming with, he's like, I got lava lamps at home. So we basically just started collecting lava lamps, and at one point I think we had 6 of them lined up in there, and people are like,
That's
whoa,
awesome.
420, man. I'm like, no, man, we're just dorks, and we're watching Aqua Teen Hunger Force having like a Mountain Dew with our 6 lava lamps on. It was awesome.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force, by the way, like,
It's might be some of the top 5 greatest programming. Like Seinfeld, Schitt's Creek, Aqua Teen.
So great.
So good. So lava lamp.
So yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And here's how I ended up in it. I went to, for those who might be familiar with it, it's a franchised organization, Learning Express. It's for children's toys. And we went to the grocery store. There's a Learning Express nearby. It was a motivational tool. My kids each got to pick out a small Lego, but let them look around. They're kids, right?
Of course.
And I'm sitting.
That's part of the fun.
I just sit in there like a weirdo, staring at the shelf. And my wife's like off the side. I'm like, hey, do you need a Father's Day present for me? And she's like, well, we got something, but nothing crazy. She's like, why? I go, I want a lava lamp. She's like, what? I go, I need a lava lamp.
Right.
Like I need it. I want it in my office. And she's like, okay, that sounds good. So I hope I get a lava lamp. I really do. And I told her, I'm like, I want it. It's like, when they do like swirly colors and stuff on the base and the top. I'm like, I don't want that.
No.
I want black, silver, gold.
100%.
Solid color. Do not
100%.
get me one of these like Learning Express cheapo swirly bases.
If you're still watching this segment, you can also enter the contest by commenting on your favorite version of the lava lamp.
Yes. Link in the comment. Link in the comment.
Right.
So those are my gifts. And here's the last suggestion I would say. And I'm transitioning out of this a little bit.
Okay.
I text message. I don't want to name drop. I text message somebody from the biz that I am on, like, who's on the other side of it. They are the brand. I am the editorial contributor of independent content. And I said, hey, let me ask you a question. How much do you, and royally you, not just you care if I make a gift guide for Father's Day? Because every media outlet does it. Everybody has one. There's always a brand that shows up in all of them. Like, whoa, hey, Jones carry bags. Like, yeah, we know. Okay.
Right.
So, and the reality is the people who are reading my gift guide, even though I do Google fairly well, who's searching like 2021 golf Father's Day gift guide? Really nobody. The people reading it are already the people who come to the site and already buy this stuff for themselves. And maybe they go and say, oh, hey, that's a good idea. I want that. I'm going to ask for it. Like, I get the value in it. I don't want to take away from that. But I said, like, I just feel like that's not what people come to my site for. Wow. How can I do something different? And he's like, do you want to write a gift guide? And I'm like, well, I don't mind it, but I'm not like, oh, wow, this is really fun to write. But I also feel like it's a good opportunity for the people that treat us good and are good partners to give them back a little love. But it's like, does that really do anything for you guys? Whatever. And he's like, look, if you want to write it, write it. If you don't. He's like, or write like, hey, here's why I'm not writing a gift guide this year.
Right.
I like that. And I can't, so I'm being a little honest and transparent about it here. And again, I don't mind it. I don't begrudge anybody for doing it. I think it's a great thing to do. And I mean, it is a good source. But I started thinking about, what do I like about Father's Day? And I think about how I don't want to do anything crazy. And I'm not saying like, hey, I don't want my kids to do anything nice for me. Like, if they get a kick out of it, I don't want to take that away from them. But I also, be a curmudgeon. But I also don't want to be a burden about it. We're like, oh, God, every year, Dad and Father's Day. Well, like, I don't want that either. I just want it to be a carefree, fun, relaxed day. And if that means like, hey, you just, when my kids are like your kids' age, just swing by and, give me one of those. Great.
Yeah.
If it's you guys want to barbecue, cool, whatever. Right. And so that's what I started thinking about. And then I started thinking about your Father's Day last year. And I like in the midst of what I was going to say in this thing, we were texting. This will come up in the to be released later Father's Day post on my website about setting up some golf plans. And I was talking about doing it with you the day before Father's Day. And then like our friend, the Riv, brought up you getting together with the kids. And that's the day before Father's Day where you're doing that. I'm like, oh, I forgot you did that for Father's Day last year. Cause like I told you, this past year was really 2 days,
right? Winter
and not winter.
Right.
All the days were the same.
Right.
And so I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's cool. And I go, I don't remember if it was on the show. I don't remember if it was on the podcast, but you were just like giddy about it. You were jacked. And I said like, that's, I don't, maybe one or all of the kids got you a nice little gift as well. So it's like, I'm not begrudging them of giving a gift either, but like at the end of the day, your takeaway from that was the experience with them and remembering it. And it was the best. And so I'm not telling everybody they need to go out and try to create a Hallmark moment for their dad, or they should expect that from other people. But it's like, it'd be much more fun for me for Father's Day than like we all have to get together and like have some weird like worshiping ceremony of all the fathers.
Right.
Like, just give me like, let me make some pulled pork today. Let me smoke some ribs, or sure, let's go play golf. So like to me, it's enjoying and experience the life. It's going to Pinehurst and playing Pinehurst 2 with your dad. Go do something. Have some fun. Lighten up a little bit. Don't make it this big Hallmark celebration that you feel you just have to do and turn it into this thing. Like, it's just that almost, you know what I mean? That like the totally worship process of Mother's Day and Father's Day. It's like, my mom doesn't need me. My mom wants me to enjoy some time with her. I thought we had a great Mother's Day this year, right? We like had a happy hour with cocktails and finger foods. It was delightful. It was nice outside. That experience was more memorable. Like, oh, we did something different, whatever. Not being like, you are this great deity. Look, I bought you all the finest golds and rubies. Like, and it turns into such a thing, and turning into such a thing isn't the point of it.
Yeah. Say that word again, where you say WORSHIP.
Oh, is this my dad? It's Midwestern accent. Worship. Do I say it like the boat? Yeah, I got that from him. Hey, when I say it like fast.
It's like, you're going to worship somebody? Like, maybe worship them. I don't know.
Yeah, it comes out weird. Don't know why. It's funny because him and his family have a good handful of them. I avoid, and that's when I can't get out of.
That one got you, huh?
Yeah,
I love it. It's the best.
Very, very funny.
Worship.
Like, have you ever?
It's very, very Have you
Wisconsin. Have you ever seen the
thing?
Oh, don't get me started. I got my Charlie Barron's bobblehead today, and it's broken in delivery. No, but like, have you ever seen the meme where it says, "I don't wash my clothes, I wash my clothes"?
Wash them. Yep.
So they're a wash family, and it's like, but for some reason, it's like I can't. Now I'm not even gonna say it out loud because now I'm so self-conscious about it. I'm gonna start saying like, washerip. So I'll just avoid it. Yeah, that's funny. It's not the first time that's been pointed out to me too, for the record.
It's awesome.
You're welcome. Awesome. And hey, you're on notice now. I'm gonna start nailing you for even more of them than I already do. Anyway, go do something. Have fun for Father's Day. That's the point. Stay tuned for that brilliant Father's Day post on drivingchoose.com. It'll come out sometime before Father's Day.
Great.
All right. Before we get into wrapping this show up, a lot of questions here. First, I want to point, before we get into it, first thing, I Want to just shout out that quick Dallas golf hat my buddies over at Dallas Golf sent me.
There's something that I like that hat a lot for a couple of different reasons, but the biggest reason is that no one will ever be wearing that hat around you. Like that is a singular style and logoed hat that no one else will have, and I love it for that.
So these guys, pretty big. I want to say pretty big eBay presence. Big online presence. They do the whole like fitting thing. They're a big deal golf store in the Dallas, Fort Worth, Denton, Texas area. And boutique chefs, Scotty's, all of it. They sell a lot of internet business. Check them out I think it's at Dallas Golf on Twitter, at Dallas Golf Co on Instagram, but check them out. For whatever reason over the years, they followed us. I follow them, and just started interacting as you do on the social medias, and just kind of became buddies. And they posted some of the hats. I'm like, oh, that hat's sick, or those hats are cool. I got to get myself one day, or something along those lines. And they're like, oh, you should have said something. We'll send you a hat. I'm like, really? So shout out to Dallas Golf. Check them out online. If you do live in the Dallas area, huge store, really cool store, a lot of great stuff. Every now and then they post pictures of like their back room of their inventory. When I say room, warehouse and used stuff, whatever, like it is a nerd's dream like mine, right? It'd be so fun to go check it out. Check them out. Maybe they have what you're looking for. Maybe you're in the Texas area, in the Dallas area. Go see their store. And then this guy got the LPGA hoodie finally.
I know, it's awesome.
Pretty pumped about it. And I tried to explain it to my daughter and hashtag girl dad and all that stuff. And she's just like, I like the tie dye. It looks like cotton candy. I'm like, all right, good enough.
Fair.
But I'm really I'm pumped about this. I'm so excited. Like, it's just cool.
It is super cool.
And then
super cool.
Support the gals. I love the LPGA. How about that U.S. Women's Open this weekend?
That was a thing, man.
And that course, beautiful. I love it. So I love the LPGA so much. I legit do. I text you about it all the time.
I know you do. You do.
All right. I need to know. Why does it look like you have my horrible LED office lamp from the Willis Tower in your office instead of your usual ambient orange glow?
I know. So, I didn't realize it was, is it poor lighting? Is it bad lighting? Because I obsess over lighting. I thought it was decent.
It's fine. It's different. Fine.
Yeah.
But the texture, your usual metropolitan
my nice
glow,
soft white.
Yeah, it's
the soft white. Yeah. So 2 nights ago.
Here, I almost feel like, hang on. I just want to join you.
2 nights ago. So the original setup was just, I kind of lucked into it. I had a lamp right here that was on the wall. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a teardrop lamp. It had a bunch of different halogen light bulbs, very warm white, and it just gave off really great light from my setup here that you can see with the camera or whatever. 2 nights ago, I'm sitting in here, I'm editing video, and suddenly the light just turns off. Like, you get a click, lights go off. Like, oh no. So that was the end of my night. And then yesterday I took the lamp apart, took it off the wall. There's a little transformer in there. It probably blew something. I'm not about to go and open up this tiny little transformer to troubleshoot this light that's probably 20 years old or whatever. So in the meantime, this is what you get. I've got the ring light over here. I've got my other lamp, the yellow shaded lamp over here. And, this is what it's going to be until I decide on a nice new wall lamp. It's kind of weird because,
by the way, I can't. I need to switch the amount of white and blue I have going on in here right now.
Wash you out.
Well, it just makes me want to jump through a window or something.
I know, and I haven't had a chance to play with the lighting very much, but anyways, so it's kind of a weird setup because this room has an outlet connected to the light switch, but there's no internal wiring to the light switch.
Welcome to my house. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know. Yes. You live in an older house.
I live in River North though. Oh,
well, I mean, come on. Anyways, my place technically is newer. Let's just, whatever. Anyways, but the people that built this unit, I think, like, just didn't want to pay anything for any of it anyways,
That doesn't happen.
whatever.
That does not happen downtown Chicago.
Yeah. So anyways, I have this weird setup where I have to find a corded lamp that I can hang on the wall that's not just like a bathroom light or a sconce. And so it's a little difficult to find something. So anyone have third way to enter the contest? If you've got a link to a good wall lamp,
I have an idea
tell
though.
me below.
Do we make a video of you and me going out new light shopping?
Go to Home Depot, Best Buy, or Home Depot,
Pier
Bed
One,
Bath and Beyond.
Pier One Imports, Target.
I don't know if there'll be enough time. I'll have to see.
That would be a good video. You and me light shopping. What does this have to do with golf? Nothing.
Let's just go walk through IKEA for 4 hours.
Yes. Have you ever seen?
Look at all that lighting.
So we referenced Charlie Barons earlier. He has a video he did with another like internet guy, and I think they might have called it IKEA miniature golf. And they take like, the little IKEA cards, so they're like little golf scorecards and the little pencil and like keeping a score, basically like crossing off all the IKEA stuff.
All they see.
Wow,
that's a great idea.
Pretty good. But yeah, maybe that's something we should do. All right. Let's get into the plugs. Chris, what's going on with Origin Stories?
This week is Malcolm Scoville week, who is the founder, creator of an app called Imagine Golf. Really fun dude. We have a lot of laughs about some things, especially the way that he records his little 3-minute, they're called daily drives. So the whole thing around Imagine Golf is like they focus much more on the mental aspect of the game, practicing from a mental aspect of the game. Even when you're at the range, like doing things very, using your mind actively, vision, kind of, what's it called? Use visualization, things like that. So we talk about the app quite a bit, and he's an interesting dude. He actually went to college at a school called St. Andrews University.
The one in St. Andrews, Fife.
That's correct. He was an American that went over there and went to school and played a little bit of golf.
Him and Oliver Horowitz, the caddy.
That's right.
That book,
That's right.
That guy's book is so good.
Ad Rock's brother?
What?
That's his brother, right? That's Beastie Boy's brother.
Oh, I thought for a second you were serious. I was like, no way.
I think they're related.
Oh, I don't know. He didn't mention that in his hit book that I love so much.
Pretty sure he's related to.
That's your homework. All right. For next origin stories you do, don't have a guest and just pretend to answer questions about him.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah. So he's got a fun origin story too, but I'll leave that to for the show.
Daily Drive's a great concept that I'm like super jealous of. I could have thought we should have thought of that. That's awesome.
I said the exact same thing in the interview. That's crazy. I'm like, it's such a good idea. And I wish I would have thought of it. And he does such a great job with it. But it's part of my daily routine now. Every morning you get that notification, a little pop-up app notification, and it's 3 to 3.5 minutes long. And you just sit and listen. I drink coffee out on the balcony and listen to my daily drive.
I love when you get so deep. Just, man, do you know my friend Chris McEwen? He's such an artist. He's very deep. Sit at my coffee or my balcony and drink my coffee.
It's true.
And have my, I see what you're doing there. And have my, and then sometimes in the evening, I also will have my Violet Hill old fashioned mix. I really want some of that right now. All right.
It's violent hour.
Let's call him
Violet Hour.
That's it. Let's call him Violent Hour though. Give me some of that Violet Hour old fashioned mix. It becomes Violent Hour.
We also have a tendency to have a violent hour here in the city every once in a while too.
Just every now and then. DriveRangeHeroes.com this week. Chris alluded to it earlier. We have the Cobra King 3D printed putter, specifically the Ajera model, super high MOI, very forgiving. Wild.
I'm fascinated by that. After watching, after editing and watching the unboxing, the what's in the box, I am fascinated to see how that thing works.
I try to approach the unboxing videos as an unboxing video. Hey, whoa, look at this thing. I don't want to talk too much about it. You know, very high level. That's what this show's for. The reviews are for, etc.
Sure.
There's a lot going on, a lot packed into that. And I think people who are like, oh, Cobra putters, like Cobra's been in and out of the putter game since their inception. But I would think it's pretty fair to say they have not been big players in the high end putter market for some time. And I don't even mean this like we'll save the surprise, like if it's any good or not, but it is a splash of a re-entry, man. I mean, it's literally rocket science, you know. There's a lot going on with this, and it's interesting at the very least. I haven't got my hands on anything from the vintage line, which is not 3D printed, and it's more like classic shapes and models. But check that review out. We'll talk about it on the show at some point for sure. Got a lot of two things this week that I think will come back around on the show. We have our vintage guy Justin Thompson with a post this week talking about the Ben Hogan PC 5 irons from 1953. Another little sneak peek there. He wrote this a while ago. It's up this week. This past week he was supposed to go to Mexico. Travel's been a nightmare post COVID in terms of like flights getting canceled, whatever. So him and his wife took a quick last second, audible road trip to Vegas from Amarillo, Texas.
Okay.
Texas. And he brought them to play golf in Vegas and said they were awesome. So check out that post. You know, if you've read his stuff so far, it's more of a story and a little bit of history on the club. So check that out. And then this is a big one I think people are going to be excited about. I'm excited to talk about on the show at some point. The new Fujikura MC putter shafts. You know, very expensive, very high end, a wildly advanced piece of equipment for a putter.
Yeah. More space age technology.
Yeah.
Stuff.
And I feel like a lot of the other putter brands getting the hype for this leap in science and technology and design, child's play. Right. These things are nuts. So we have that review up as this is released. It came up yesterday, but
cool.
It's a good one. Check that out. And I think that's all I got over there as usual. The store, don't forget about it. secondcitygolf.com. You can pick up none of the merch Chris and I have on today. As always, I got the trusty, dirty that Range Life hat. I did show you the mug earlier.
There you go.
Go to the store, pick up some shirts, some hats, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. Well, I think this was a good change of pace. I'm excited that we finally hit 500 subscribers. I can't wait to see everybody throw their comments in here, and we'll let you guys know who wins that sometime down the road. All right. Don't forget to comment to enter the contest. Follow the rules. That's all we ask. All right. That's Chris McEwen. This is his YouTube channel. You can follow him at Chris McEwen on all the social medias. Go to your favorite podcast store where you buy all your podcasts at. And good news, his is on sale all the time for $0. It's called Golf.
Just giving it away.
It's called Golf Origin Stories. It's very good. I have listened to some of them. So don't even tell me, well, you don't even listen to it. I have listened to some of them. It's very good. And I know a ton of people love it. It's just taking the golf world by storm. At some point, I'll probably stop doing the show because it's too big time from that podcast.
Oh, never.
And if you want, you can find me over at driverangeheroes.com, at Range Heroes on all the social media. This has been That Range Life, a show sometimes about golf. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sticking with us through all of this. And hey, we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.